studio, I want to take a minute to talk about craft licensing, what you need to know, and why they're important. If you've had your Cricut craft machine, your Cameo, Silhouette stuff, the Brother Scan and Cut, if you've had those machines for a little bit, you might have started picking up some of the lingo. It's normally commercial or personal use licensing. Now, unless you know what that stuff means, it's kind of just words. It might go in one ear and out the other. But I want to stop you for a second to explain to you what those two things mean if you're new, and if you're a seasoned vet, share this within your groups to let other people know what those things are and why they're important. So personal use sounds exactly like what it is. It's personal use. It means when you download a craft file, an SVG, clip art, anything like that, that means you can personally use it, just you. I can't download it and then share it with 20 of my friends. That's not really personal use. So when you get a personal use craft file, it is meant to be on your computer. You can use it to make yourself shirts or cups or anything like that. However, you can't then turn around, reshare it, or profit off of it by selling those shirts, those decals. That kind of stuff is not allowed with personal use items. What you want to do, if that is your plan to make money, which I think if you're watching this channel, you're trying to make money, you're going to want to grab those commercial use files. Commercial use means you can take that stuff and you can sell cups or sublimation, like you could sublimate it on shirts, you could do decals, you could make, like if you're an SVG designer or a graphic designer, you can use those things within your commercial like projects and stuff. So you can take those clip arts, add them in there, add text, do different things. You can do that and still make a profit. Now, you can't resell those files. That is a huge no-no. Please don't share, resell anything that you get from another designer, because those designers took time to make that stuff, so they definitely should be credited and given money where money is due kind of stuff. But that is a whole nother video for a whole nother day. We're talking about personal and commercial use. Now, I know that not everyone is looking to make money at their stuff, so why do you want to keep an eye on this commercial use? Like, why does it matter? You never know where your journey, especially in the crafting world, where it's going to take you. You might just this Christmas make something for your great Aunt Carol, and she might take it to church or take it to the book club or go get a drink of coffee, and someone might see it. They're going to be like, wow, I love that. Where did you get it? And she's going to tell them how her awesome, like, great niece, I think is what it would be. Yeah, great niece made it for her. And then you start getting phone calls and emails, and you go to post something on Facebook and you're like, guys, look at this thing that I just finished. And then your friends start hitting you up about that item and they want to buy it from you because you have talent. You created something out of nothing. You did an amazing job. If you don't have that commercial use, you can't profit. Like, so when you can, grab those commercial use files, because you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. You don't know if this hobby of yours is going to turn into a full-time income. Keeping those commercial use items and seeking those things out and having them in your little stockpile of digital files, it's helpful. Because one day you might have the opportunity to start making money on it, and you're going to want that stuff to cover you. And I'm not saying don't collect personal use things, because there's a lot of things that I personally just love and I want to make it for myself or for my kids. And I have no intention on reselling that stuff or doing anything with it other than just having a really cool shirt. But you never know. So if you are looking for commercial use kind of things, stuff like that, I'm going to link down below a few of my favorite websites, one of them being my own, and there's Design Bundle, there's Creative Fabrica, there's a few of them, so I'm going to link those down there in the description so you guys can check them out. Remember that not all freebies are created equally. There's going to be some times where you're going to be purchasing files for personal or commercial use, but then there's also going to be times where those same files are given, like, they're free. But not all freebies are going to be the same. Some of them will come with personal use, and then some of them will come with commercial use. The best way to know for sure what you're getting yourself into is looking at the bottom of the website. There should be an area that says like terms and conditions, or even on the listing that you pulled up to download the craft file, there should be a terms and conditions. Check that stuff to make sure what you're getting yourself into. I know that there are a few sites that offer freebies. However, they're free for only personal use. If you wanted to use them commercially, you would have to then purchase an additional license. So it's just something to think about while you're out there gathering all of your craft files for future projects. I think that kind of sums it up. I'm gonna check my notes. I had a bunch of things that I wanted to talk about, so I just want to make sure that I've covered all of that stuff. Yes, I've covered it all. Okay, so if you guys want to hang out with me, I'm gonna link down my Facebook group. I've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, we got TikTok, we've got Pinterest, and I'll have all those social thingies linked down below. Shout out to my new editor. Thank you so much for editing these videos. We should be getting really consistent with the uploads on YouTube, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The little bell thingy is gonna get it to where you get notified when I post new stuff, and I think that's it. Bye besties, I hope you have an awesome day.